Hey, what's up everyone? This is Silver Slayer. I will be picking the winner of my silver giveaway tonight, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard. So if you want a chance to get some free silver shipped straight to your front doorstep for nothing more than just clicking subscribe, then you better go do that. I am very generous with my giveaways. You guys know I just gave away over $1,000 worth of silver in celebration of 40K. So now we're doing my 42,000 subscriber giveaway. I'm also doing one at 45,000, 47,000, 50,000. And I'm also doing another one in between that from a friend of ours. You guys will be seeing that unboxing video coming very shortly. So yeah, tons of giveaways everywhere. Now, we got some important stuff to talk about today. JP Morgan, the shadiest, most corrupt bank, the shadiest company in the world by far, called Bitcoin a scam, shot Bitcoin's price down thousands of dollars, and then ended up buying millions of dollars in Bitcoin right after that. I mean, Jamie Dimon, all these guys, they're very corrupt. And not only are they doing shady, corrupt stuff with crypto, they have definitely been doing this with precious metals a lot longer and to a much more serious degree. Spoofing is when you place a buy order on an exchange and cancel the order before it goes through, tricking everyone else on the exchange, thinking there's more value. Now, the tricky part is that it's not illegal to cancel an order, but when you're doing it with ill intent, calculated on purpose, that's hard to prove. So you really got to look at these companies seriously. And 3 of their employees got sent to prison. I mean, JP Morgan got hit hard, and they're saying this is going back over a decade. They're looking into this investigation, and this is really serious stuff. This isn't just a conspiracy. This isn't a theory. They got caught red-handed. Several of their employees, 3 of them went to prison. See, they just settled a long-running lawsuit that accused the bank of manipulating precious metals markets with spoofing, right? Bank is set to pay $920 million to resolve government investigations. This set the record. The penalty set the record for spoofing. I mean, we've never seen anything like this before. JP Morgan, very shady company. So, you know, this is not new news. This has been happening for a while. But a recent discussion came up about spoofing's real impact on silver. Now, we always hear about silver in a bubble or prices are rigged or whatever. But I always ask the question, every single one of these times I made a video, because I've covered this, I've been covering JP Morgan, the Dutch bank, Merrill Lynch, all spoofing for years on this channel now. But I always asked, or I was always curious on what degree is this actually affecting the price of silver, right? I mean, silver has so many things influencing the price, and as we grow into a new age, new things are affecting the price that wouldn't before. And I'm curious to see what the impact this has. And that's exactly what this video talks about. Now, to give the video some context, let's read over this, and I want to pass the question on to you. So when it comes to spoofing, the main difference between a legitimate trade and an illegal activity is the intent behind the trade. And that's what I was just talking about, right? In financial regulatory issues, it's all dependent on motives. Because if you look at what spoofing is, somebody puts in a ladder of buy orders or sell orders with the intent of driving the price up or down. In reality, a lot of people who are legitimate market participants, buyers or sellers, would put in a ladder hoping to get a better price and, you know, for the raw materials. Right, it's not illegal to cancel an order. On the monetary side, there are a lot of people expecting very high inflation. We're not necessarily in that camp. We still think there are a lot of offsetting deflationary pressures in the real economy. Manufacturing labor, commercial real estate, retail capacity. He said, and on this price forecast for silver, Christian is bullish on the metal long term. We are looking at the price basically moving sideways for the next couple of quarters, $20 on the low side, 28 the high side. Spikes 30 or 32 are possible, especially for the next 2 weeks. And I definitely think that if we break above 30, especially getting to 32, we would probably see 35 a lot quicker than this article's saying. And I say that because the amount of attention, the spotlight, Wall Street silver, all these people that would be talking about it, it would definitely go into overbought territory. probably squeeze up to $35, $36 and then correct back down to 32, 33. But if I couldn't picture it breaking above that $30 resistance and not going up more than just $1 or $2, especially with the amount of people that do realize silver's true value now from the Wall Street raid. Plus, we have in a week a huge raid. May 1st, we are doing the biggest silver raid ever from Wall Street Silver. Talked about that in my last video. That video, by the way, has like almost 20,000 views in 1 or 2 days. Incredible. I love that you guys love when I showcase Wall Street Silver. The amount of information, the memes, it's so fun going on there. So I'm glad you guys enjoy that stuff. So, but anyways, to get back to the point, it is interesting. Now, let's dive into this video a little bit, and let's see what they're talking about.
I've been citing the JP Morgan case from last year. They were fined close to $1 billion, as you know, for spoofing of the metals markets. First of all, was it just silver? Was it primarily silver? I assume it was a variety of different metals. It wasn't just silver. A second, did that spoofing from JP Morgan actually have material impact on the price?
Okay. First off, the fine for JP Morgan was for spoofing across markets.
Yeah.
And most of the spoofing that was uncovered or reported or assumed in that process had to do with stocks and bonds and currency markets. Gold and silver were relatively small.
I thought it was just metals. Correct me if I'm wrong.
No, it was across markets, okay. And it was interesting because it was an SEC and CFTC settlement, and in the settlement, the regulators said J.P. Morgan created an environment that encouraged that. Now, if you look at previous cases against other banks, and there have been numerous ones against other banks over the last several years, what they found were isolated instances. So, for example, Barclays was fined for somebody spoofing the gold options market or the gold market. And what they found was it was an individual salesperson doing that, and that the Barclays bullion desk didn't even know he was doing that.
See, here's the thing. I really don't like how he just completely overlooked the question and just kind of steered the direction towards other banks that have done this, and almost had JP Morgan's back, saying, it was across all markets and the small amount was in precious metals. And that had nothing to do with the actual question of spoofing with big banks like JP Morgan, if that's affecting the price of silver. Now, to throw it even further off topic, then he goes into another bank where several banks, Merrill Lynch, the Dutch bank, someone else too, and they even got caught with millions of dollars in misprinted gold bars, but it was going to be sold on the black market or something. But the point is this. When we're talking about JP Morgan, when we're talking about these shady companies, you can't just look at it from the one time they get caught. They've been doing this for over a decade. Think about how long that is. Think about how many billions of dollars that is. Think about the impact this would have. Silver's a small market. Why do you think silver is so much more volatile than gold? Because silver is an extremely small market compared to gold. And if you're looking at over the last 10, 15 years they've been doing this, it definitely has to have some impact. Now, the beautiful thing about precious metals is that supply and demand are the main drivers. That's why a silver squeeze in 2 days can't push silver from $20 to $1,000, but that's not the point of the silver squeeze. And I'm actually going to make an entirely separate video because a lot of people are misinformed about this. But, to get back on track, silver, any type of money, any investment, anywhere where there's money to be made or there's money, we're talking about finances, there's going to be manipulation. The good thing about precious metals is that there is fundamentals because it is an intrinsical value type of an asset. Supply and demand. How much comes out of the ground, right? How much is being bought? Supply and demand. Not many other investments have that luxury. That's why gold and silver are called safe haven metals, safe haven investments, because nothing can manipulate the price drastically and throw it off in deep waters. Like fiat, anything pegged to fiat, that's fair play. Why do you think that stocks aren't called safe havens? No, precious metals is like throwing your money in a vault, pun intended, because it's safe. That's why it's a safe haven, because when everything else that's pegged to the dollar's collapsing or, corrupt, gold and silver is that one thing you have that is safe and secure. So I really don't like how he missed over the question. To me, I don't think that spoofing directly has had a very large impact, but there's so many other things you have to look at. Because then if you're looking at spoofing, then you're looking at other things. You're looking at the SOV. You're looking at the physical demand. You're looking at data. You're looking at speculation. You're looking at so many things, especially the mining sectors. I mean, there's so many things intertwined in this. And to just throw off the question and just answer it like that mundane, it's not, I don't know. And that's why I like my channel. Because I can speak my mind and I give context. Context matters. It really does. That's also why I cover a lot of these articles, because the articles themselves, they'll say something, but they won't explain what they meant. And especially since more than 50% of my audience are new investors into silver, that's extremely important. Someone can just say something, and I've gone over this, and these articles piss me off the most. They'll say something, but they word it so lightly or misleading that it almost is contradicting what they're saying. And for someone who doesn't understand precious metals or silver or the silver markets, it would come off completely wrong. So then I have to sit there and I have to say, hold up. What they meant by this is, or when they're talking about blah, 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 right? So it's extremely important to watch channels like mine that do give context, that know what they're talking about and aren't pegged to some company that could have ulterior motives. Not saying that these guys do. Not saying that Kitco does. Kitco's great. But I just don't like the answer he gave. Now, it is gray. There's a lot of gray area, though. There really is. You could talk, if you want to talk about gold and silver being in a bubble, we could talk about that for 5 hours and really not come to any conclusion. Here's the thing, though. The markets are moving. They're ever changing. And we have to adjust and adapt with them. You can cry about it. You can pout about it. You can admit it. You can agree with it. You can deny it. The prices are rigged or manipulated. But regardless, if you're going to invest and you want financial freedom, then you have to learn how to adjust and adapt accordingly. Speculation is a real thing. I hate speculation. But if I don't incorporate speculation into my investing strategy, then I'm going to lose a lot of money. So me, as an investor, I'm saying, okay, I hate speculation. I hate that these markets could be affected by a single tweet from Donald Trump. I hate that. But what am I going to do? Just kick and scream and just try to stay in my old mind state, my old strategy, knowing that that's going to directly hurt me and I can't benefit any type of way from that? I mean, why? That's silly, right? That's why I hate emotional investing. You have to learn how to invest emotionless. From your head, not your heart. If you start getting emotional into this, that's when you start making irrational decisions. That's when your guard is down. That's when you're not thinking rationally at all, right? Any type of thinking goes out the window. You're investing off of your heart, off of impulse. And it's terrible. So anyways, I'm going to wrap this video up here. I got a lot of other stuff to work on today, so stay tuned. Probably have 2 or 3 more videos coming out today. Yeah, I'm being serious. So yeah, if you guys want to enter my giveaway, make sure you go head over to that video and go enter. You'll see it's called 42,000 subscribers silver giveaway entry video or whatever. Just click on my on my channel and you'll see it. I posted it about like 4 or 5 days ago. So yeah, thanks for tuning in. Link to this article will be in the description. This is Silver Slayer. I'll see you guys soon. Peace.